Hello, Bob Pillar here from Cornerstone Law Offices, and today we are going to be touching on our expert series, and I have got Raj Gaundar from Greenbank Health Club, and we will talk a little bit on a different topic. It's about health, fitness, and obviously how to keep ourselves lasting longer. Now, I would like also to thank you all who have been following us on our community influencers and also get to know our team. Now, if you haven't been following those, you're free to go and check out our website and our social media platforms. But for this one, we will be talking about from an expert level as far as the health side is concerned. So, without saying much, as you can see, I'm getting a bit nervous because Raj is also my fitness trainer. So, if I ask him too many complex questions, he will probably put me under the pump next time I see him. So, welcome, Raj.
Thank you.
So, Raj, tell me a little bit about yourself. Obviously, there's a lot of people out there who knows about fitness and everything else, which we will touch on. And I know if you've got questions, please comment so we can get back to you if we can't cover over here. But let's start with Raj. Who is Raj?
Raj is, I'm a personal trainer. I have a background of motor mechanic. I've tried a lot of different things. Always try to better my life.
Yeah.
And always try to better other people's life in the process.
Yeah. Very good. So Raj, I've known you, I would say over 30 years since I've been here in Australia, and I've seen you when you were growing up as well. Motor mechanic obviously was in your family, right?
Yes.
Your dad obviously is a motor mechanic, yeah. And I remember when you were going through apprenticeship. Now, run through our audience, what actually led you from motor mechanics into fitness and owning a Greenbank Health Club, not only here but also overseas as well. So, yeah, just run through what actually made the shift or what actually triggered the shift.
Well, I became a motor mechanic. It was easy. Finished school. Dad was a mechanic. It was easy to get into that field. I enjoyed it. It was good. Then I did my apprenticeship as a foreman, and then I was running my own business for about 3 years. Studied business management.
Yeah.
Tried a few other businesses.
Yeah.
Didn't work so well. Did properties.
Yeah.
And just fitness became something that helped me through the way.
Yeah.
And it got me out of a lot of bad places.
Yeah.
Depression, anxiety was quite high in a few situations. But going back to it, I had my own mechanical shop. And I was just going to the gym, just mucking around, trying to get fit. And someone we knew made a comment on how my performance wasn't as good. Went home crying, in tears.
Yeah.
Went home to my wife. She's my rock. And yeah, she encouraged me. Yep. Something happened in my head, and I just found out what.
Yeah, so there's a couple of key things, as I often call when we go through this series, some nuggets that you mentioned. You said it briefly, but I think that's very important as far as those nuggets are concerned. Depression and the mental health. Obviously, there's a mental health awareness thing coming up here shortly, but that actually was a trigger point. You said exercising helped you through that process.
Yes.
And a lot of times, if you are obviously going through that, obviously seek professional help. But I would recommend that talk to someone and get out and exercise, right?
Yes.
Even you said your wife was the rock as you were going through this period. My suggestion to you would be talk to someone that's closest to you. Sometimes we don't talk to our families, our friends, our wife, partners, whatever, or whoever they may be. So that's another nugget you mentioned, and identifying those people who are very close to you who may be able to help. Yeah.
Yes.
So You also wrapped up that yes, you were doing very well when you were a motor mechanic, running your own cost centers, and then you went into properties and so on. So to me, that's a very successful life you were living. Now, all this obviously is lessons in life.
Yes.
Okay. Now, where you currently are, it's completely different from motor mechanic to properties and having businesses. What is the nugget? What is the key thing that drove you into turning your hobby, or what helped you into a business? What was the driving force behind it?
I have a goal, like I'm starting an orphanage in Fiji.
Mm-hmm.
It's for disabled kids, and it's just something I want to do for my country.
Yeah.
And I moved to Fiji. I actually realized I can't do it on my own.
Yeah.
So I came back here in the reason to build a team.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to do is can't be done with one person.
Yeah.
So I came here to create a team. Opportunity came right, found a space to start a gym, and I've always wanted to do it because then I can make an environment where people are very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
They don't go to gym for the reason of exercising. They go to gym there, they can share their stories, anything wrong with them, they can share it.
Yeah.
We can help each other out. It's just an environment where, well, it's comfortable. And we like to introduce all our clients to each other. It's more like a family. That's where we belong.
Exactly. So it's a place where the people can feel comfortable.
Yes.
I know you started your gym maybe a couple of years ago, right?
Yes.
At Greenbank, and I've literally seen it grow from the opening day to now. Even though I've recently started, obviously, training with you, but the atmosphere is completely different to a different gym setup. Obviously, and you have a wide range of clients, and I can see why you say it's comfortable is because it's not a metal grinding or a high tempo appearance looking place where people go to show off their clothes or their shoes or how well they look.
Yeah.
But I think you touched it the other day, that it's a transformational place to go.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I won't touch too much onto it, but I'll trigger you. But there's a key thing you mentioned about transformational. It's not only about body, but it's all about mental health as well.
Mind, yeah.
And the mindset, right?
Yeah.
So can you touch a little bit more about what you do with your clients in that space?
Well, see, with the clients, we get to know them first. If we don't know our clients, we cannot get them results. So they might have a stressful day. We ease them into it, found out what triggered the stressful, and we can use that. We use their negative, what happened in the day, and then we bring it into power, passion, And as you know, you can do quite extraordinary things if you get your mind triggered. And the only way you can know that is if you get to know the person. So we go out of, well, not our way, that's just what we do. We get to know our clients.
What is like, if you have to identify maybe, for our audience who are sitting back and go, you know what, gym, I always talk about it, but I never had. Two things. What would be maybe one or two key reasons people come to you? And the other flip side is, how would you motivate if someone's sitting there thinking, I should go to the gym, or I should go and engage myself in some kind of activity? What would be the key triggers to get them off the chair, off the seat, off the couch to go and do something? What would be the discipline things?
Well, you just got to remember, you only have one body.
Good point. Yes.
And unfortunately, you can't borrow it and you can't steal it.
Yeah. We can't just go down the records and get another heart.
Spare parts,
another
for
spare
it.
part,
And we only live once.
Good point.
And that's what we bet into our clients. Is it's important to look after yourself, put yourself first. People have kids, they go, oh, I got kids. Yeah, but if you're not functioning, guess what? Your kids are not functioning.
Yeah. Because most likely the kids are going to be following the same trend as you, right?
Exactly. And that's more reasons. If you have a kid, if you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for them. Be an example. You know, teach them the right thing.
And you know what? You touched a very good point there, because sometimes you see parents taking the kids to a sports training. But I don't see those parents taking the kids to the park and playing with them. Okay, so it's almost like you're outsourcing the playing bit of your kids to a sports club.
Yes, and that's why we've created an environment where kids come with their parents. So there's no excuse. So if the parents are doing a class, we're doing a class with the kids.
Yeah, and I've witnessed that, and to me that was very unique, where the kids are training with the parents. You know, and you know, it's part of it's more like a family day out. So that's very encouraging.
And that's the thing. Like, if you want to make excuses, you can sit there and make excuses all day.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you just got to go.
Yeah.
Just got to be done.
Now, couple of other things, Raj, as we were touching on at the previous training. Like I said, I do train with them. At the previous training class was, you know, you always say about you have one body, you want this to last, and the reason we want to be fit, we want to be healthy, is so we could enjoy life longer, and be able to do those things. What about, you know, when you go to some other fitness place and you see people, you know, working some weights and bits and pieces, and then they benches themselves up and so on. What is your philosophy and your theory behind exercising?
Take it slowly. Make it a journey. Make a journey for life.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and your joints are very important. There's only a certain limit, certain hours supposed to do things. Put your muscle mind connection, as you know. Yeah. And you've been doing extraordinary things.
Yeah. Oh, that's
good. And as you know, like, the things that we're doing.
Yeah. Now, this was a little activity or little project, and Raj didn't even know that, because one of the things was I was trying to get him confidence to come over here and share it. Is he often talked about, you know, getting your mind to talk to your body, because it helps it recover, it helps it bring the strength, and it gives you ability to actually perform things that you've never been able to do. So, and I've been obviously, you know, training and also using this as an example of, you know, listening and hearing is one thing, but to able to make it into and get it into practice is another thing. So just to give you an idea, it's you know, there were some exercises that I was only able to do 1/3, and I thought that was it. But able to then engage your mind into it and able to go through that process, I think we ended up doing 3 times as much.
Oh, yes,
so that's the limit. Now, coming back to, obviously, you know, we looked at yourself, you know, what led you into sports and owning a gym. Let's look at the you know, you're an expert in your area as far as the business side, the gym side is concerned. Let's have a look at the real grind part of it. You know, running a business. You're actually running a business, and you also have a gym in Fiji. What would be some of the struggles that you're currently going through as part of running a business and having a business?
It's passionate people. Like, I need a team that share my passion. Passion to help people. It's not about money.
Yep.
And the passion to share the knowledge.
Yeah. And how do you find that?
I love it. Yeah. To me, it's not a job.
Yeah.
It's not a business. It's just what I do. It's natural to me.
So I think, you know, for the viewers, that's a good nugget to take, is if you have a passion, and you want to turn that into a business, money will happen, but in front of everything else, you got to drive it with what you like, what your hobbies are, and put your 100% in it, because I've seen the growth within your gym, Raj, over the last couple of years, and I've seen the people that come to your gym, and the smiles they have, the stories they have to share, and obviously now the inclusion of families and kids. So it's an amazing model. Now I've been kind of working out, for a long time. I always had some kind of a weight or some kind of a gym setup, and even when I was in a country town, I initiated a little gym project with a couple of doctors out in Charleville that was going back about 23 years ago. But I've never seen something like what you have, where it's almost like a place to go to as a family, and a place to go and have a good time and still work out. So what would be one of the advice if you got some trainers out there sitting back and going, you know what, I'd love to be part of it, I'd love to find out what Raj is doing and what Greenbank Health Club is doing, what would be your advice to those viewers out there?
Well, I mean, you can always contact us.
Yeah.
We can share, have a coffee,
Yeah.
share, some yarns, and just
Very good. Well,
Facebook site, you can see what we do.
Yep. And I think you're very active, and your trainers, and obviously your wife is very active as far as promoting Greenbank is concerned. So if you haven't checked it out, please go and check out Greenbank Health Club on social media, on Facebook, and I think you've got an Instagram page as well. But just to wrap it up here, like I said, fitness is also one of my passions, and we only have one body, as Raj mentioned. We want it to last longer. We want to be able to last longer and enjoy it. So we got to do it right, okay? And we got to eat well as well. And one of the thing is, these days there's a lot of, and we often have these discussions during the training. There's a quick fix for everything. How you can look bigger, and greater in a short number of time, or how you can lose weight and fit into the dress in short number of times. Obviously, one of the things I know, Raj, you're not much of a speaker because you speak through your mind and through your muscles, but you often say, eat the right food, eat properly, because it's the fuel. Just like you wouldn't put a rubbish fuel in your car.
Yep.
This is the fuel. Sorry, the food that we put in is the fuel for us. So,
and the other thing is, like, it's who you hang around with too.
Yeah. Good point.
Like your if there's negative people in your life, get rid of them.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who they are. Just, even if they're family, you can't choose family, but you can spend the time you spend with them.
Yeah, there you go. Good point.
And I've been blessed to have you in my upbringing, because you used to be in fitness, and somehow, somewhere, might have triggered a thing that I had to be like you.
Yeah.
You had a white car, I had to have a white car.
That's good for us.
So you've had a big influence on where I am at the moment.
Yeah, so it is a very proud moment, Raj, to actually see you, and I'll share this. Obviously, when you were growing up, you were very, if I can use, very skinny boy.
Skinny boy.
And
very sick boy.
Very, very, and it is good to see that that you have used your weakness and turn it into a strength, and not only for yourself but also for the community and the people out there. So we can talk all about fitness, we can talk about muscles, we can talk about running and jogging and healthy eating, but obviously this is a small episode on talking with the experts, and I wanted to bring Raj on board because, like I said, I've been journeying with him, I've been mentoring him, and also he's been mentoring me and training me, and to see the difference physically and also in the mindset is amazing. So if you are sitting over there and thinking, you know what, I'm 40, I'm 50, I'm 70, or I am 25, I don't need this or I need that, do something about it, because if you don't, no one else will. So get in touch with, if you have a personal trainer, no worries, get in touch with them. If you haven't spoken to him for a while, get in touch with him, or get in touch with Raj, okay, through their social media page. But please do something. Start with going for a walk. Start with just changing one meal maybe, or start with changing just one glass of more water that you drink during the day. So those little changes will hopefully give us more minutes and more hours in our life, so we could enjoy what we love doing most. Enjoy the time with the family. Have a good chat today about what difference they could make within their life, and also how you can influence others as well. So thank you, Raj.
Thank you
for coming and discussing some of those final little tips. Have an awesome day, guys, and it's lunchtime for me. I think I need to make the decision very, very wisely as to what I will eat. But thanks for following. Like I said, like and share this page, and get in touch with us or through Greenbank Health Club. And I think that's your logo there,
Yep.
Greenbank Health Club. And we'll see you next time. Thank you. Thanks, Raj.
Thank you.